Hi guys, PJ back again with another Ghost Recon Breakpoint video. Yes, more Easter eggs, and as you saw from the end of the last video I did on Easter eggs, we're on Golem Island. First one, showing up right now on the map. We're in sort of the bottom left hand corner of the island. There's not really that much in this corner, there's not too many enemies, it's pretty easy going if I'm honest. This shack has been talked about before, including on Reddit, and quite a few people discussing it. Now, the shack has a bit of a theme, and a lot of people think the theme is pirates. And, you know, there's a lot of history on Golem Island and the whole of Aurora, to be honest. There's an awful lot of history. But I don't think this is exactly pirates in here. If we take a quick look around in the shack, there's some bits and bobs as you would normally find, as if somebody's been working on something or trying to survive, avoid the guards, that type of thing. You know, there's basics. It's a basic living area as such, but it's the desk area that is the most interesting, and also some of the literature, some of the paperwork that's lying around on the floor. Now, there's a couple of bits to pick up, but there's nothing, you know, really significant. It is only when you start coming over here and you realise what I think is references to the Animus Black Flag. In other words, yeah, Assassin's Creed. Now, a few people have mentioned that this might be an SAS symbol, it's a pirate symbol, it's a pirate flag. I don't think so, guys. We've got a VR goggles there, we've got a VR controller. I think Black Flag. I mean, you've got multiple screens, you've got a laptop there with a headset. You've even got some motherboards and chips and that type of thing lying around. There's some sort of weird looking controller there. And some various other bits and bobs. Now, I tried zooming in on the text of these things, and to be honest with you, you can't really do that. It's sort of too blurry, too fine detail, which is a shame. I was hoping you could actually read it, but it's not really possible. But there is a few other bits and bobs. I mean, there's a key card to the left with a nuclear symbol on it. And if we look at some of the titles of some of the books, a lot of them are going on about ancient ruins and history trees, etc. Well, Animus, you know, is history trees of certain people, etc. Clearly this researcher was, you know, killed doing his research, I would imagine, by, you know, the new residents of the island, shall we say. But yeah, great little Easter egg, and I'm pretty convinced it's Assassin's Creed. If you disagree or you do agree, pop me a comment below. Stick down what you think this shack is all about. Me, I'm going with Assassin's Creed. Moving on. For this next one, we are going right across the volcano, the big volcano. So we're right on the right hand side of the island. You wouldn't normally go over there. There's not really much to sort of bother wandering over for. So this was a bit of an adventure to see what everything was. There's a quick tip when you're doing these Easter eggs or such like. I mean, you know, this one's a boneyard, like a whaling station. I would put your AI on and set the difficulty right down to easy, because you're just looking around or you're just collecting blueprints. You're not, you know, in it for a fight. But this place was great. Look at the size of this skeleton. Massive boneyard. Like I say, it's not a whaling station from, wow, ages ago, looking at the decay. I mean, the place is, well, completely battered by the weather coming off the sea by the look of things. There's a crate, nothing special. It's up to you if you get that or not. I normally pick everything up wherever I go, no matter how minor it is. It can be a hat. This is a very low level character that I'm using for this exploration. I believe he was like level 19, something like that. It was really, really low character, so a lot of stealth, to be honest with you, and unlocking things. But like I say, if you put your AI on and you put your difficulty down to the easy setting, it's great for just unlocking stuff and exploring these locations without needing a top high-end character to be able to do it. So if you buy the game, you just want to go and find everything. That's pretty much my recommendation for that. Now we're going to stay in this vicinity on this coast of the island. You're going to get back in your boat after you've done your little explore and, you know, had a look round. Pretty much what you see there is all there is. We're going to go very slightly up the coast. Not far at all, in fact, just literally up a couple of rocks. There you go, there's the location. We're going to go there. It says it's an abandoned site. It's a bit sort of nondescript really. I mean, you can get an idea where even nearest Bovik is, so it's quite a jaunt across the island. I mean, they are, even that one, it's tricky because there's lava runs in the way and stuff. You've got to get right down and past them, so it does take a while to get to these places, you know, to fully explore them. But I think it's worthwhile. You know, the devs have gone to the trouble of putting all this type of stuff into the game, so you might as well go and check it out and have a look at it. This place, we thought the last place was a bit odd. This place is even more vague, to be honest. I was having a job figuring out what this exactly is. The rocks can be pretty tricky to get up, so I tended to use this little boat to be able to grab onto to climb up. It just makes life that little bit easier. Like I say, we're still in the same location, we're not gone anywhere. Climb up and you will come to, you know, a little waterfall or a series of little waterfalls. There's a bridge to the left, a bit makeshift. Had a good look round and I couldn't really find anything other than the broken, you know, the light thing that there is there at night that does glow. So, you know, it was obviously put there for a reason to highlight stuff, but I couldn't have a look, you know, I had a look with the drone, there was nothing there to find or to get. So not quite sure why the bridge is there, just a little oddity. But round here we have, well, I guess this guy was trying to make a bit of a stand. A lot of schools. I don't know why he's polished schools. That's a bit strange. We've got a drone that he's repairing. A chainsaw, which might tie into one of my previous videos if you've watched that one. Some makeshift grenades, because he's got dynamite there. So I'm guessing he's wrapped the gunpowder in the little pouches and he's made his own little grenades there. So he's obviously been fighting against, well, whoever really, I'm not really sure. You know, he's been fighting against everybody by the look of things, but it didn't work out too well for him. He is, of course, dead. There is a collectible to get. There you go, new discovery. And if we look at the guy, he's actually got 2 gunshot wounds to the chest, so he's pretty much, he's a goner, you know. He's obviously died here, he's crawled back and died. His gun's missing. So yeah, you know, it just tells a little story. There is some sort of resistance, and of course you've got a chest here with some random bits and bobs in it as well. He was obviously doing a bit of fishing. He's got a chair there, fisherman's chair, one of the open type ones. He's got a fishing rod on the end of it. Not sure how successful it'd be near an active volcano, but yeah, fishing seemed to be the thing that he was up to, and well, like I say, it didn't really pay off for him, did it? But nice little location, well worth visiting. Nothing else in the area. I've fully droned up and down the coast, couldn't find anything at all, guys. So once you've been to these 2 bits, it's not really worth wasting your time having a look round. There is absolutely nothing. So with that, we will move on to the next one. Okay, this next one is in a little cove. It's basically right at the end of the large grey dividing wall. If you've been and run around Golem Island, you'll know there's this massive defence wall. It's absolutely huge, runs from one side to the other. We're right at the very end of it where it meets the sea. Now, I do believe this is maybe a movie reference Easter egg. Unless you've got any better ideas, let me know in the comments below. But we've got some dead goats or animals or something there. We've got some bags of feed and a rope hanging over the wall with a jeep nearby. So have they been lowering the goats down the wall to feed something? Yeah, I'm thinking Jurassic Park. You know, when they feed the Tyrannosaur and they drop the goat down, and, you know, at the time the Tyrannosaur's not actually hungry, but maybe it's that. That's the vibes. It's a really big wall. It's keeping something out or in. Yeah, I mean, give me your opinion. But let's move on again to this little island, and this little island could easily be overlooked. This is a double sort of site, so there's 2 pieces to this. The island itself isn't that great, but I think it ties in well with the first bit, so let's go see. Yep, more ancient ruins. We've got some of these weird things, but this is like a pit, and I'm thinking it's a sacrificial pit. We've got a lot of skeletons and skulls down there. We've got a bit of jade to pick up as well. There's 2 chunks of jade. You might as well get your rare materials while you're in the area, but very odd. It's got vines over it and skeletons, so I'm not sure who's dumped these here. Maybe they're from a very, very long time ago. Like I say, we have got the little totems around the edge, so it's quite possible this dates back a very, very long way. Some sort of sacrifice ritual going on. There's nothing behind it. I had a quick look down where the ravine is. There was nothing down there. I mean, it's only when you get around the other side of it there's more to it. So there it is from above. You can see the bodies, you can see the skulls, you can see the vines, etc. There's nothing else beneath it. You know, that is all there is. You see a bit of jade there to the right hand side. So obviously you can run around, pick your bit of jade up on way. And as you run around this side, this is when you're going to start running to the other piece. Now you see those two circles? Yeah, it's all coming together now, isn't it? So we're going to look through the two circles, and just like in all pirate movies, I guess, it looks at an island, a little tiny island. Now, I thought this was going to lead up to something really interesting. You know, I mean, there's a lot of effort gone into this. I thought it was pretty damn good. So we'll make our way over to the island and see exactly, you know, what's there. We're greeted with, well, a shack, really. A shack on a tiny rock. Now, the shack doesn't look too interesting. It's just a shack, a house. There's, you know, a little collectible showing up there, though. And when you get to the house, it's like, well, where is it? The chest inside is not too noticeable. It's not, you know, you weren't going to go out here for the chest. It's not that great. But it's actually what's under this place. I mean, this has got some random stuff in it. The picture on the wall meant nothing. There was no clues here as to, you know, anything serious going on. It's only when you get under this, and I realise now, this is 2022 that I'm recording this, that this actually ties in with an old quest. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go down to the bottom of this little island near the water. In fact, if we just quickly drone it, you will see exactly what I'm on about, or what it is I'm going to look at. I've got to look and get the angle of where it is. So the back door is facing you. We're going down to the vines, that area there. If you make your way down to it, it's worth it. Like I say, it's a bit of an Easter egg in its own. It could easily be missed. If you've been to the island, you may well have missed it, in fact. But we've got to jump down, climb up the rocks, and make our way over to, yeah, look at that. There's a red ruby there, and some more ancient stones or tablets, whatever they are. But there you go, there's a gem. You can collect the gem. And what it says when you take the collectible is Relics of the Ancients, and it's a third serpent stone. If we view that, it actually ties in with the old Tomb Raider quest. So they added a Tomb Raider quest a while back now, and you can sort of go around and collect them all. So it's a nice little Easter egg there, nice little Tomb Raider. Okay, last one. Moving on, we have well, initially, yeah, it's a ship graveyard. You know, pretty straightforward. There's about 3 or 4 ships here. The one far out there, I thought I'd take a quick look, but there's no chest, there's no interesting things on it. It's just a shipwreck, nothing more than that. But I did think it was interesting. You know, you can clearly see there's a low reef there in the water, and that's where they're all run aground as they're coming in. Look, there's some stone there. Not really much in the area. There is one little chest, but again, not that big a deal. But guys, that's it for the Easter eggs on this one that I know of. If you know of any more, any interesting locations, please feel free to pop them in the comments below, and I will go and check them out. Stay tuned, because I've got some weapon guides coming up and some other bits and bobs. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.